There's not much in the world that's very interesting to a man like me anymore. I have it all, I've seen it all, I've done everything. You people are so fucking pathetic.
You know, my mega yacht, I have a mega yacht. You know.
Well, why'd you take the gambling deal? He's said that he made $30 million.
Andrew Tate used to stand for something. He was the guy who called out scammers, refused to compromise his morals, and built an empire on being unapologetically masculine. But something changed. The man who once said he'd never promote gambling or crypto scams is now doing exactly that.
Because after years of saying he didn't want to stream on Kick because they promote gambling, after years of Tristan saying that gambling and degeneracy and porn is ruining the West, Tate promotes his gambling website.
The fighter who built his reputation on being a champion just got exposed for having a fraudulent kickboxing career. And the Muslim convert who preached morals and ethics is now contradicting himself at every turn. What happened? Let's break down the complete unraveling of Andrew Tate. Let's start with the fight that shocked everyone. Andrew Tate promised this massive comeback to the ring. He hyped it up for months, talking about his legendary kickboxing career and how he was going to dominate. Then he stepped in against Chase Demore, a younger, more active fighter, and he got absolutely demolished. But here's where it gets worse. After that embarrassing loss, a 14-minute video started circulating on social media breaking down Tate's entire combat sports record. The conclusion? His championship career was basically fraudulent. The whole thing was a facade. This video got over 2 million views, and people were calling it the most humiliating truth check in combat sports history. The man who built his brand on being this unbeatable alpha male warrior just got exposed as someone who exaggerated his entire fighting legacy. And the internet didn't forget. But the boxing career controversy is just the surface. The deeper issue is how much Andrew Tate has contradicted the very morals he claimed to stand for. Remember, this is the guy who went to prison for his beliefs. He converted to Islam. He made his entire identity about having unshakable principles. Yet now we're seeing a completely different person. Take his stance on world conflict. Tate promotes this might makes right philosophy when it comes to America and foreign policy. He's encouraging the US to invade Venezuela, take over Greenland, get involved in more wars.
You can't defend yourself. Might makes right. Give me your fucking oil. And he said no.
Might makes right, so then should you still complain about being arrested unfairly? If might makes right, then wasn't that fair that they raided your house and put you in jail? They were stronger than you. They had more guns than you. They threw you in a cell. Might makes right. It was completely just. It wasn't this unfair Matrix attack. The Matrix was right. The Matrix is stronger. They got you. What's the difference? Also, the inconsistent part of this is the fact that Andrew Tate was saying free Palestine.
Allahu Akbar!
If might makes right, Israel should continue stopping Palestine. They should take the West Bank. They should obliterate Gaza and put up Trump hotels. Why aren't you for that? Trump's for that. You act like you're part of Trump's cabinet. What he wants to do is put golden hotels on the beaches of Gaza and eradicate and ethnic cleanse everybody that lives there. But you were saying free Palestine. What was that about? If might makes right, then Israel should expand and put greater Israel all over the Middle East like they want to. Because saying free Palestine is the liberal crybaby commie position that you're attacking me of. It's unfair. They have the stronger military. They have the missiles. They have the nukes. They have the capability to completely genocide the Palestinian people. But you said free Palestine. But you're also saying might makes right. So whose side are you on?
Now let's talk about one of the biggest betrayals of Tate's original principles, gambling. The Tate brothers used to be hardcore anti-gambling advocates. They called it stupid. They said anyone trying to make money from sports betting was delusional. They even tweeted that the easiest way to stop gambling is to quit entirely. Tate was vocal about this. He said sports betting was a hobby for people with too much time, not a legitimate wealth creation method.
Can you please source a sports betting professor for the real world? Thank you. Fuck no, I can't. Let me tell you why. One, sports betting is stupid. It's a hobby and it's a pastime for a lot of people who want to bet on sports. Fine. If you think sports betting is a way of making money, like the other wealth creation methods that we teach inside of the real world, you, my friend, are wrong. It is the easiest thing in the world to fake. When I have all these people in the real world saying I was in the content creation campus and the AI campus of the real world and I'm making all this money, I have hundreds of testimonials, thousands of testimonials from real people saying that my product works. You know how you fake being a sports betting expert? Because I've seen them all over the internet. Here's how you do it. You take a bunch of money and bet on a bunch of sports. You lose most of your bets, but you take the ones that you won and you post them online. Look, guys, I won these bets. Pay me some money and I'll tell you which bets I make.
When Tate announced his comeback fight against Chase Damore, he partnered with Jewel, a sports gambling website. Him and Tristan both promoted it heavily. Their defense: the fight couldn't happen without that sponsorship money.
I am telling you that gambling is a retarded thing to do. But lots of things that people do are retarded.
Andrew Tate claims to be worth hundreds of millions, potentially a billionaire. Why did he need gambling money to fund his fights? Other sponsors would have jumped at the opportunity, but Jewel was obviously paying the most. And this is where the Muslim angle becomes problematic. Tate converted to Islam and made it a huge part of his identity. In Islam, gambling is explicitly forbidden. It's considered haram, sinful. There's no gray area here. Yet Tate took the gambling sponsorship anyway. Meanwhile, other Muslim influencers like Sneeko have been offered massive gambling deals and turned them down every single time because of their religious beliefs.
Well, they just steal and steal and steal. You know, my mega yacht, I have a mega yacht. You know.
Why'd you take the gambling deal? He's said that he made $30 million this year already. You're making so much money and you're a billionaire. Why did you need to compromise your morals for, what was the paycheck for the gambling deal he took? What, 10M? 20M? 5M? Was that really, did you need to do that? You know, if you're so rich and wealthy, it's like, at what point is it enough?
Tate and Sneeko got into another heated disagreement over U.S. foreign policy. Tate was encouraging America to get involved in Venezuela.
Wake up! Yeah, I'm brown. I'm the Haitian guy saying this. I'm Muslim and you don't like it. Whatever. The people controlling your government are so easily running circles around you. Andrew Tate's there like, whoa, yeah, Venezuela, take Greenland, take this. He's in fucking Romania, encouraging Americans to go and support war over and over again. Iraq wasn't enough. Syria wasn't enough. He's going to take his shirt off, put on a helmet, and wave around an AK. 6 months ago, he's like, oh, the Bruv Party. He wants to put Britain first. And now he's saying America needs to get involved in more wars. A week after Venezuela, after everybody, for some reason, felt for this, now Iran is the issue. This is what it was always about. Pay attention. It's not because of the cocaine. It's not because of the communism. It's because Venezuela has the oil that we need to make up for what we lose by attacking Iran. It's so simple.
Tate used to call out Logan Paul viciously for promoting crypto scams to his young audience.
What do you think about cryptocurrency? Are you invested in cryptocurrency?
Yeah, so I'm a proponent of crypto. I do use crypto, Bitcoin, ETH, the big ones.
Okay.
I think that chasing crypto pumps is now over. The bull run's over. The stupid money is gone. I see they launch these coins and then they start a Telegram community. Everyone's like, yeah, we're all in this together. No, you're not. No. You're not in this together. If you buy crypto at $1 and then you sell it at $10, someone bought it off you at $10. Yeah. They start these stupid communities so all of you sit there and don't dump so that the developer could dump. Yeah. You're all dummies.
All of you guys.
You're all dummies.
Then he completely flipped. He started promoting random shitcoin.
Because I'm the most influential man in the world, every single word I say becomes a fucking coin. I made a joke about sluts, sluts became a coin. I released a video on Rumble about how stupid Ant-Man is, Ant-Man's become a coin. Then in that Ant-Man video, I talked about how it's all a psyop, and psyop is a coin. Now some fucking nerd who has a psyop coin is saying I endorsed his coin. I don't know who this fucking DNG is, sitting behind his fucking computer screen, saying I endorse shit I didn't endorse. Tate coin, Top G coin, psyop coin, suck my dick coin, any of them. I have nothing to do with any cryptos whatsoever, and I'll tell you why. Because in crypto, it's impossible for someone to win without somebody else losing. If you're going to buy a coin for $1 and sell it for $10, the only reason you have made money is because someone else bought it for $10 and they are going to lose. I do not want anybody who is associated with me in any form to lose. I don't want any of my fans to lose. I don't want any young children who believe in me to lose. I don't want anybody to lose a single penny. That is why I do not endorse any cryptos. I will never endorse any cryptos. Absolutely none of them. If they say I have anything to do with it, they are fucking lying.
When CoffeeZilla asked him about it directly, Tate dodged every question.
CoffeeZilla called out Andrew Tate's crypto ventures for being one big scam, and the numbers don't lie. Tate's Daddy Coin hit a $200 million market cap, but quickly plummeted to just $43 million. When CoffeeZilla asked him about the Daddy Coin, Tate dodged every question.
Nobody's scared of your
investigation.
And instead told his fans to spam CoffeeZilla with hate mail. It's clear Tate isn't happy with being called out.
The guy who called out Logan Paul for not caring about his fans is now doing the exact same thing. Actually, it's worse because he spent years building trust and positioning himself as the anti-scammer before pulling the rug. He filled a void in a culture that had become extremely gynocentric and anti-masculine. Young men were desperate for someone to represent masculine values without apologizing for it. But fame and money changed him. The guy who said he'd never sell out is now promoting gambling, launching crypto scams, and contradicting his own religious beliefs for paychecks. The fighter who built his reputation on being a champion got exposed for having a fraudulent record. Andrew Tate proved that you can't cancel someone in the modern era. But he also proved that you can cancel yourself by becoming the exact thing you once stood against. And that's exactly what he's done.